Hey, you fat jerks! This is episode 9 of We Could Be Wrong. The lemon blah 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 blah.
The sticky bandits of podcasts.
The wrinkly broccoli of podcasts.
They're gonna be the sticky bandits now.
S-T-I.
Oh, that is a quote. You're right. Wow.
Yeah, I'm good with quotes.
Getting them.
I'm a quote master.
Be the ones writing them trivia facts for AMC's 8-hour run every day during Christmas of Home Alone.
Did we do that? Just 8 hours of Home Alone?
There's always like 20-hour runs of that fucking show in December.
Damn. I mean, I like the movie, but I'm not going to watch 8 hours of it through.
I guess you're just not a dedicated fan.
Like I'm part of the fan base of Home Alone.
Fan base.
Yeah.
Who's your fan pairing? Your OTC.
The Wet Bandits and the Sticky Bandits.
They're the same people.
Exactly. It's called masturbation. We could be wrong.
I need to drink more before I'm funny for this podcast. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I seriously don't fucking feel it tonight. I'm like, well, you got alcohol right next to you.
It's like, this is going to be a drunk Holocaust thing. What's it called? The Alcohol Holocaust in Comedy Bunny. Why did I say drunk Holocaust? That sounds depressing.
Or Wine 11.
Wine 11. Did they actually do Wine 11 yet, or?
I think the last one they did was the final one. Yeah, let's keep talking about other podcasts you could be listening to instead of this fucking mess.
That's another podcast. You could be listening.
So I started playing Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay. Spoilers.
Spoilers. No, I'm not going to say anything spoiler.
All right.
I have wondered for so long, because I've never played any of the Metal Gear games.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wondered what the big obsession people have with this franchise is, like what the big deal is. I had friends who were obsessed with Metal Gear Solid 3 when it came out when I was in high school and stuff like that. And now I get it. Because, like, the first 45 minutes of that game are just, like, fucking magical for just, like, it's super serious and suspenseful. And then it's like, fuck it. Disney Magic Kingdom ride is now going on. And it's just like, okay. And then zombies that can parkour and pull guns out of the ether. And it's like, okay, you know what? I get a game. I get why people like you.
My extent of, like, Metal Gear comes from Ego Raptor.
Yeah, the Metal Gear awesome.
Oh my god, Metal Gear.
There's also Crab Battle.
Crab Battle! Ole, ole, ole. Welcome back to 2003.
Welcome back to newgrounds.com. But yeah, no, it's actually, and what's really cool is that it's like, first off, I love Splinter Cell. And,
okay.
It's cool to see, like, I mean, this is of course the series that like inspired the whole genre. But it's just like the last Splinter Cell game was a little weird. Like the last Splinter Cell game would have been 100 times better if, like, halfway through one of the missions, Sam's like, I've got to get the peace delegates out of this French hotel before it explodes. And now there's parkouring zombies everywhere. And now it's like, everything's better with parkouring zombies.
Even Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane, he's just like Rosebud, and then he drops the
base,
and like a parkouring zombie just jumps and grabs it and does like a backflip.
You know, it's sort of like the same effect as Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
I've never actually read that.
I
don't know. I wouldn't want to talk bad about that literary.
It's hard for me to read through Pride and Prejudice because I just can't stand it. To be honest with you,
you don't like Pride and Prejudice?
I wasn't fond of it. I respect it and I understand, like, you know, its place in literary history, but just I can't read Jane Austen for the life of me.
Speaking about its place in literary history, when you go to your, like, home base in Metal Gear Solid 4,
okay,
5. You can punch your own soldiers, and then they thank you. And then I started getting female soldiers, because you capture soldiers on the battlefield and send them to your base. And then for some reason, they're like, yeah, you know what, this Snake guy's pretty cool, I'll stay here, instead of going home to my home country. So, they stay with you. They inexplicably lose all of the Russian accents they had.
Okay.
And,
like you do.
Like you do. And... Oh, my God.
Yeah. Hello, I live here now, and now I...
No. They suddenly go from, like, I speak Russian. I don't know this snake. And then they're just like, hey, snake, what's up with you? Like, they just go like that overnight.
I'm Russian. I know everything about vodka. Hey, dude.
So there's, like, female soldiers. And I'm like, oh. But the female soldiers weren't really appearing on the map, even though the male soldiers would sometimes appear on the map. I'm like... Oh, I get it. They don't want the female soldiers because they don't want you to punch them. That's a little weird.
Mm-hmm. I want to punch women.
Then the female soldiers appeared, and I'm like, equal opportunity. And then you punch them, and they're like, thank you, Snake. And then you punch a dude, and he's like, thank you, Snake. And then like you get this little pop-up buttons that's like, you've punched enough guys, so now they believe in you more. And it's like, yeah, they better. And then
wait, time out. What kind of weird anime shit is that?
The more you punch your own people, the more they're like, he respects me.
But when I do that, suddenly I'm not allowed in Chuck E. Cheese anymore.
Like, I was like choking out this female soldier of mine.
Jesus fuck!
And she's like, wow, I never thought I'd get to experience your iron grip. And it's like, okay, that's weird. That's a weird thing to wish for.
Dear Santa Claus, I want to be choked out by some solid snake.
And then a bunch of them were like standing in this one area talking about how cool Snake is, because that's like a common fucking thing. I don't know if this is a thing from the franchise because I'm new to it, but like they're all just sitting around going like, man, I heard Snake like had like 100 girlfriends. I heard Snake like killed a dude by looking at him. I heard Snake took down 4 people with just 1 bullet, no gun, just the bullet. And then I'm just sitting there, and I pull out a Uzi that shoots rubber bullets, and I just, like, let into all of them and just, like, mow them down. And then, like, they all, like, get up, like, 10 minutes later, coming out of the coma, and they're just like, thank you, Snake. And then you get the little pop-up message, like, morale among your troops has gone up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But when I do that, suddenly I'm not allowed to go by.
But when I do it, HR needs to be called in. But then you get a puppy. You can just find a puppy.
Can you shoot the puppy?
No. But
game sucks.
I was like, oh, I want to play with the puppy. I want to see if I can, like, pick him up or something. So I'm like, maybe it's the button that's normally punch is like a pet button. And then I just punched the puppy in the face. I went down the controller, and I actually sat in my room for a second. I was like, oh God, what have I done? I've been beating the shit out of the men and women of my crew for the past, like, 45 minutes. Like, choking the shit out of them, letting into them with Uzis. But then I punch a puppy, and I'm like, I'm a monster.
I think that's how we associate animals and pets, is that, like, we have this stereotype of, like, innocence with them. Like, they didn't do anything. With those guys, it's easier to hit them, and just because we feel like they're on our level, so they're like cannon fodder to us. It's the same thing why people got upset in the GTA 5 on PC where you can kill a cat.
You couldn't kill a cat?
You could kill a cat in the PC version, I believe, or the updated, or the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, and people were like, what the fuck? Why would you add this?
Yeah, and it is a weird disconnect, because it's like I just, like, walked up to all my soldiers. There's, like, men and women there, and they're like, hey, Snake. And I'm like, okay, line up. I'm going to punch you each individually. You, dude over there, I'm going to shoot you with the tranquilizer dart. You, lady, I'm going to just let in, like, 20 rubber bullets all over you. You're done. And then I walk up to the puppy, and I punch the puppy. I'm like, oh, God, what have I done?
You call it a puppy. It's like, that's a cute name. You say puppy, and you smile. Hee, puppy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, is it really a puppy? I'm like, yeah, it's a tiny little dog, and he has no depth perception because he has an eye patch.
So, the puppy has an eye patch?
Because he lost his eye. It's Afghanistan.
You punch a puppy
we're
with...
racist now.
You punch a puppy with an eye patch?
Well, I mean,
why would you do that?
Yet, but it's going to get an eye patch eventually.
Will it get, like, a pirate hat, too? If it comes with an eye patch, it better have a pirate hat. I'm just saying.
No, it's Japanese, so it's an anime thing.
Anime pirates.
If it's American and it's an eye patch, as a webcomic I like to read put it, Western and eye patch pirate, Japanese and eye patch anime.
Yeah, I don't get that. What's with the eye patch for anime? Why is that considered like kawaii detsu?
Okay, it takes place in Afghanistan. That's what I've been looking up instead of whatever joke you're trying to make right now.
No, it was no joke. It was like a comment, a question.
Okay. Man, this is going by really slow.
What, the podcast? Or
yeah, like fucking. I was like, oh man, I hope I've talked for like 30 minutes about Metal Gear Solid 5.
It wasn't even 30. It wasn't even 5 minutes.
And it's like not even like 5.
Half of it was about punching dogs.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of like, you know, it triggered me. No, I really did though. Like that was really the thing. Like I sat down. I'm like, what have I done? But really cool game. Like I think the coolest part is that it's open world, and so like you can. The really cool part is that since it's open world, you can just go like, oh, there's a mission over that hill. I'll go do that. Oh, there's a prisoner over there that's being that's being interrogated. I'll go do that. But like. The one thing is that I hope the map's going to open up and there's going to be more areas, because they call this Northern Baghdad right now. So I'm hoping it's going to open up and there's going to be more areas, because I have gone to like the same base like 8 fucking times now to free the same fucking prisoner that I'm just like, can I just blow this place up from orbit so I don't have to keep fucking coming here? But yeah, super cool. Like,
did you pre-order it?
I didn't pre-order it. I bought it. I bought it after it came out because I wanted to just see what people were going to say.
Yeah, it's like if you pre-order it, you might have opened up some tiers on like pre-order bonuses.
I mean, the only pre-order bonus was you got Ground Zero.
You know what I was referencing, right?
Oh no, I don't.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex's augmented pre-orders. Nice segue that didn't work, but nice try. Yeah, Deus Ex is doing... Well, let me just finish. Metal Gear Solid 5, awesome game so far. I'm like 8 hours in. Mm-hmm. I've played Ground Zeroes, and I tried to play Metal Gear Solid 1 a few years ago.
8.5, IGN. Non-stop thrill ride.
Non-stop thrill ride. No, but I think it's cool. I don't feel like I had to be. That was the biggest intimidating thing. I was like, oh man, am I not going to get this? I'm not going to understand this story coming in now. And then the first chapter happened. I'm like, oh, I don't think anyone knows what's going on. So I think that's fine.
I remember like what intimidated me for MGS4 is that a lot of people said you have to be familiar with not just the Metal Gear Solid games, but the ones that came in like the NES and like the older.
I think with this one, it's like playing Ground Zeroes helps because you understand. I think Ground Zeroes is kind of required. Then Metal Gear Solid 3 kind of helps from what I've been told by friends, because that's kind of the first story of Snake.
So it's like The Hobbit for the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Yeah. Okay. You can understand The Hobbit without ever knowing what Lord of the Rings is, even though...
Or vice versa.
Yeah, like...
Did I just say vice versa? Jesus Christ, that's what my dad says. It's vice versa.
Yeah, okay.
Vice versa.
So you augmented that word, like your father does. So, augmented...
You never talk about my father.
Never say that my father's an augment. So augmenting pre-orders. Yeah. You wanted to talk about that?
No, I thought you had.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And it's Square Enix. It's so many fucking AAA companies are just trying to like screw over people. I can't even get it straight. Was it Warner Brothers who fucked them over? No. It's Ubisoft. Oh wait, no, wrong one again. It's Square Enix this time. It's like I mean.
I saw a comment that says, like, fuck you, Ubisoft, and someone else replied, this is Square Enix, dude.
They're the same fucking thing.
Oh. But it's kind of fucked up.
Same candy, different wrapper. I thought you were going to make a rap joke.
No.
Call me rap bot.
Call me a rap bot, because I got a laptop in my back pocket.
Nice. Thank you for getting that.
Yeah.
I was going to say Rap God, but then I'm like, oh, that's too obvious. I need to make him work for it. So there's 3 package. So when you pre-order the game, they're like, augment your game. Pick which one of these 3 bonus content DLC packs you want.
Cover those titties.
The classic one that gives you more stuff from classic Deus Ex games. The Enforcer pack that lets you play that gives you better tools for being assertive and fighting your way through any situation. And the Stealth pack that gives you more options for moving quietly through the levels. And it's like, okay,
also be a shield pack in order to give us more money.
Yeah, and it's like, first off, like when you play Deus Ex, you might play once, like, oh, I'm going to be, like, super stealthy, but then you'll come back later and be like, I'm going to do another run through where I'm, like, I'm just killing people left and right. So segmenting, like, that 2 things is, like, no one goes, like, I'm going to do every run through is going to be a stealth run through. And making people decide that before the game comes out is, like... But it's also like, look at all this content we cut out of the game. And then it's like, if enough people pre-order, then we're going to add in a new mission to the game that we probably just cut out of the game already. And it's just like, the shit that's like going on, like, if half the world's population pre-orders it, we'll release it on Saturday instead of Tuesday. And it's like, oh, wow, Saturday instead of Tuesday.
It's like, I don't have to go in sick to work today.
I don't have to call in sick for the new Deus Ex game that I was going to wait 4 months until it's $20.
Yeah, it's like a few days later, finally, that's worth my $300 billion that I put for pre-order.
It's a good thing I sold my soul and posted this bullshit transmogrify my pre-orders thing on my Facebook page. It's a good thing no one's inviting me to parties anymore.
If you sacrifice your first son, you actually get, like, a blowjob.
Kill your wife on camera, and we'll send you an exclusive Adam Jensen skin in-game.
Well, we'll carve off the skin of someone who looks like Adam Jensen and send it to you through mail.
Wear the skin of your dog and come to our offices, and we'll give you an exclusive gun.
Shoot your best friend in the heart, and then we'll give you a cyborg heart for your best friend so he can be your cyborg friend.
Sell your parents into slavery, and we'll give you a special augment for leg perks.
Register as a Republican, and then we'll give you 3 hugs and a kiss.
Oh my god. But here's the other thing that, like, Polygon actually wrote up, which is that if you want every piece of content that the game has to offer, if you want the most out of the fucking game, you have to spend... So the game is $60. You have to spend $180 plus tax to get the full game experience. You have to pre-order the game 3 times to get each one of the packs that are just things that were cut out of the game. And the fucked up thing is I used to always be someone like, no, they just work on DLC after the game's out. But now I'm just at the point where I'm like, no, this shit's getting inexcusable. Like, you're cutting missions out of the game. It was kind of how I felt with Destiny, where it's like, it felt like they just didn't put shit in, held it back, and then release. Like, there's actually an area in Destiny you could glitch your way into, and like people were like, "Whoa, what is this area?" It was in the base game. Whoa, what's this cool area that I found by like glitching through this wall?
This
it looks like nothing.
Is new. This place is huge.
It's like, what is this place? Oh man, it looks like there should be encounters here, stuff like that. Turns out that was a DLC campaign area that they didn't implement in the normal game because they wanted to hold it back and implement it in a DLC expansion pack.
Damn.
And it's like, it's getting to the point where companies are just starting to be absurd with this shit. Like, the people who are buying your game day one should not be treated like idiots.
It's like it kind of reminds me of On This DLC, where it was like, oh, you don't. On one hand, you didn't need it to play the game, to advance the game, but on the other hand, it was important enough to put it on the physical disc in the first place.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's crazy because it's like, I actually had a really big issue with Batman with this. There were... Okay, so...
You know what's fucked up? Is that you have to say the phrase, I had a really big issue with Batman. That's how... It's just...
I'd be the worst Batman villain. Batman, I want to rant at you for 25 minutes in a drunken rage.
It's the nerd.
It's the loser.
Robin, we're dealing with the loser.
We're dealing with the loser. Just let him go for an hour and a half, and then he'll just start playing League of Legends and leave us alone.
Holy League of Legends, Batman.
Hour and a half. This show hardly makes it 50 minutes as it is.
Yeah. We're just like never mind.
So, Batman, there was the pre-order bonus, which was the Harley Quinn campaign, and then the GameStop pre-order bonus, which was the Red Hood DLC campaign. And here's the thing. Harley Quinn campaign is a prequel to the campaign that actually tells you why some of the characters are in Gotham City during the whole events of Arkham Knight, so that's kind of important. And then the Red Hood DLC is an epilogue to the campaign, which tells you what happens to some of the characters, which isn't as important, but still, that is shit that is being cut out of the game. That is shit that, like, they're like, okay, let's cut something out so we can make it a pre-order. And it's just gross. It's treating the people who want to support you like they're shit.
It's like, that's why, stop pre-ordering. Just let these people know that...
I'm not even one of those people who don't pre-order. If there's a game you love, a franchise you love, I pre-order...
If there's like if it's a AAA game, and if it's like... even
this week... No, I think it was last week. Last week... the new Hearthstone expansion, the Grand Tournament, came out.
All right.
And I had a pre-order in on Grand Tournament cards. That when the Grand Tournament came out, I would get a certain amount of booster packs, and then because I pre-ordered,
did you sacrifice your first son to get this?
No, like all that happened was like I got an exclusive back for my cards. It was kind of cool, and then I got 10 more booster packs. Like, it was $50. I got 10 more booster packs than $50 would normally get you. That was all I got. I'm willing to support a company if they don't make me feel like a fucking idiot for supporting them. And
exactly. It's like
Square Enix, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers Entertainment Games, they don't mind making you feel like an idiot for pre-ordering their games. Because all of this shit, the $180 you would have to pay to get those 3 expansion packs, well, fuck you, because in a year and a half, there's going to be a Game of the Year edition of Deus Ex. It's going to have all 3 of those packs in there.
Yeah, so why even bother, why not just wait a year?
To be honest, I wanted to do that with Batman, and I just gave in, and I bought it 3 weeks after launch.
Oh. For the PC?
No.
Okay, so it's
3 weeks. You couldn't. I don't think you can actually buy Batman right now on PC.
I thought it was within those 3 weeks you could have bought. It's just,
the thing was taken off of Steam within 24 hours.
Yeah, it was really messed up. All this hype and all this thinking about pre-order this, pre-order that. It's like you can't even get the PC port right. I understand it was difficult to have a PC port because you have to deal with make it work on many different systems, even though you're working with NVIDIA, but still, you had time and you have a lot of effort into working with that. You should, if you're a AAA company, you gotta hire a lot of competent or know a lot of competent people who will fix this immediately. I mean, there are people out there who will fix poor ports of video games that came out within 24 hours. Look at what happened with Deadly Premonition.
One thing I do want to make perfectly clear though, because we were talking about Metal Gear Solid 5. PC port of that game is actually fantastic. It runs on high graphics settings.
Fantastic, then.
High graphics settings, 1080i. Pretty at 60 frames per
scrub.
Oh, is it 1080p? I always mix up the I and the P.
You call yourself a PC gamer?
I'm a bad PC gamer.
You're a bad PC gamer.
60 frames per second, and this is on my graphics card, which is kind of an older graphics card. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's great. Great port. Unlike Batman. Which was a terrible port.
Yeah. Take that, Batman.
No, companies really don't feel any shame in just treating their treating their customers like shit. And it's like, that's why I don't get why people defend this practice. I get if you don't care and you're going to buy the game anyway. Oh, whatever. I love Deus Ex. I'm going to buy it anyways. That's fine. But I don't understand the shameless, like, it's okay because it means that I get extra bonus goodies. And
hey,
it's like,
I don't care. Why don't you guys care? It's this bullshit, like, strong sense of apathy that you want to project to other people. It's like, just because you're apathetic about it doesn't mean that we all have to be apathetic about it.
Yeah, and it's just
I can't stand that shit.
No, I don't get the defense force that comes out for pre-order bonuses that I've seen before, where it's like, it's the same with Kickstarters. Like, although Kickstarter is a whole different fucking beast now. Oh god, I can't make a cohesive argument. I've been drinking. We're back. Yeah. Welcome back to the NPR second hour. If you donate today, a donation of more than $60 or more, you'll be getting this new tote bag and a USB thumb drive that comes with all of This American Life pre-installed on the thumb drive.
And sometimes you might get a DVD for those 18 DVD players that you have. It will be of us talking about other telethons in the past. This one is a DVD of our 1988 telethon for trying to get Sesame Street to say the letter P more often.
I actually watch way too much NPR that I can actually recite that. Almost ad-lib. They started doing this new thing. It used to be cassettes, then it was CDs. Now it's just they give you thumbsticks. Oh, This American Life thumbstick. And they always push cereal. They always push cereal on you. NPR, bringers of such quality programs that most of you like cereal.
And all things considered, and that's it.
All things considered, cereal, and I think your mom still listens to Wait, Don't Tell Me every weekend. Car Bros, one of them died, so, that's not really appropriate anymore.
Oh, is that was Car Talk?
I thought the Car Brothers.
Oh, I thought they were...
Car Talk. The Car Talk. Yeah.
One of them died?
I thought one of them died.
Oh,
I know the show's off the air now.
Oh, man, I like that show. Car Talk.
I kind of want to look this up now, just to check if I'm bullshitting about one of the Car Brothers dying. Car Talk. Yeah, no. It ended in 2012.
I see Car Talk at NPR here.
The show was produced from 1977 to October 2012. In October 2012, the Maggie...
I'm looking at this and it's saying it's updated over here with a podcast directory to NPR, Car Talk. America's funniest auto mechanics take calls from weary car owners all over the country.
Yeah, it says that they...
The podcast is still going, Brett. September 5th, 2015. I'm going to send you a link right now so you can...
I'm calling bullshit on this. It says that they still do reruns, but that they no longer produce the show.
Really?
Yeah.
This week is the best Car Talk. Bet on the best of Car Talk. Tom Ray learns. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
I remember with Car Talk, they're having this interview with someone who wrote about how the Civil War affected America's vision on death and the afterlife, and about this whole interview. But I was on my phone when I heard it, and I paused it, and I went to sleep. I woke up, and I wanted to play it. I thought it would be like pause overnight, but it turns out it doesn't pause overnight. So in the middle of this interview, it just transitions out of nowhere to Car Talk. So it was like, well, yeah, the American Civil War, it changed a lot of how we interpret death. And this. Now, what you want to do is, when you look over here, your car might be on fire and you don't have the right engine light on.
And you got to keep fucking that pussy.
Yeah, good. Speaking of pussy.
No. Keep going down that one. Keep going down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
Keep going down that one. Say what you're gonna say, bro.
Rainbow Mika is on Street Fighter 5.
Why did you say Rainbow Mika after saying keep fucking that pussy?
Oh, that ass though.
So I was telling you I need a little bit of clarification on this one. I don't know much about Rainbow Mika.
Mm-hmm.
So someone just said like, oh yeah, she's an overly sexualized character. That's like kind of one of her things. Again, I don't know any of this. So what is her deal? Like,
she put out a wrestling character, and she was in the Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Okay.
And like
was she in the movie? I don't think she was. I think Cammy was in the movie.
I don't really know much about the
Jean-Claude Van Damme grabbed like Cammy's cheek and was like looking in her eyes and was like, "Are they fucking? Like, what's going on?"
I don't remember that movie. I don't think I watched.
Are they fucking? Are we dating?
Jean-Claude.
In between that, I wish they'd never met, and I mean that, but not really.
Not really. Oh,
say the craziest shit in bed. I fucking love it. The whitest rendition of Gambino.
I can make it wider. Can I stay at your place tonight? No hobo.
So.
Listen up. It's a story.
So I didn't know anything about Rainbow Mika, so I was asking you, because I was reading some stuff on her. And we got on sexualization of Rainbow Mika, and I was just curious what your thoughts were. Because you have some like very big opinions on this.
No, I don't.
I was like, oh, do you think she's over-sexualized?
No, okay. Because I wanted to
and you were like, no, she's not over-sexualized.
I didn't say she was over-sexualized. Time out. I transitioned that to a different
and then you started
video.
talking about boobs.
Yeah, that for Tifa Lockhart. For Tifa Lockhart. You asshole. You missed the turn. You didn't listen to what I say half the time, do you?
No, I do.
Okay.
But then you have to compete with the Hearthstone tournaments that I keep on my other monitor.
Well, turn that shit off and talk to me.
No, Raynad's playing. I need to see if Raynad's going to win or lose.
Okay, so I transitioned that to a video that I saw someone would talk about this whole petition to make Tifa Lockhart's breasts smaller in the Final Fantasy VII remake. And I feel like women have big breasts in the real world, but they're not solely their breasts. They're not solely their body parts. Whereas fictional characters, it's easy to just relate it back to their body parts because how we perceive.
She's the hot one.
Yeah, because like she has big boobs, therefore she's busty. Therefore all she does is hot, hot, hot. It's really interesting to think about because well, I think that's all I have to say because I think it's like the way we treat sexualization is just like when someone has something that is considered a sexual body part, then all that they are considered the sexual character, and they are often marketed as such.
I think the thing I saw that I was just kind of like, oh, I get what you're going for, but you're missing a big point. Was
that she uses her butt to attack?
Was the game theorist? I think it was. I don't know. I've never really watched this guy's videos. Mm-hmm. And he was just saying, like, hey, I think it was one of the guy's, like, personal blog channels. And he was like, hey, women have big breasts, and it's not fair that sometimes we feel like slut-shaming women with big breasts. And I get the mentality behind that, because I've had busty friends who were like, yeah, I was the worst growing up. People were, like, always calling me slut. I get that. Like, that's a big fucking issue. Mm-hmm. Well, one thing is that you can always kind of tell if a character is, like, small-chested. They're always treated like a comedic side character.
Yeah, it's more like, oh, shut up, you stupid big breast bimbo, bleh! Like what's it called, Blaze Blue, where Tokako always makes fun of the one of the ladies going like, you're flat breast, you small time, bleh, I'm a cat.
Does she say it just like that? I'm a cat.
No, it's ad-libly. How come every time I ad-lib, people think, they didn't actually say that, Eli?
There should be busty female characters. There should be a range. But the thing is, that range always tends towards the higher end than the lower end. And then there's always character traits that are associated. If you're small-chested, then you're the quirky little side character who's, like, funny. And if you're busty, you're always more sexually inclined. And it's just, there's always the sexualization that comes with bigger breasts, which is just like, hey, sometimes, like chicks don't just go like, well, I'm above a D cup, so I have to wear a bikini at all times or a tank top. It's just, there's this kind of an issue.
Different body parts and also different personalities, and those same personalities end up matching with the same body parts or same like body types then you start going into tropes and going into cliches, and it gets really lazy over time.
But I didn't really want to talk about that too much.
It's like another thing you want to put into mind is that we're both dudes.
Yeah, we're both dudes. So
and we're also getting talk about opinion pieces by other dudes.
Actually, my opinion piece was by a chick.
Okay, never mind then. But I got...
Well, no, the original Rainbow Mika thing I was telling you about, where there's just like, oh, I hate that Mika. You don't want to think... It was just an interesting article I was reading, where it was just like, with the guys in Street Fighter, there's this meme going around called Hot Ryu, which is just people like, Hot Ryu just wants to lay you down next to the fire and watch Netflix with you. And this woman was just writing it sucks that it's it's a joke, but it's the sexualization of Ryu is that he's a great guy, whereas the sexualization of Cammy or Chun-Li or Rainbow Mika is hey, bend him over and stick it in, and it's there's...
It's they're treated more like an item.
Yeah.
Instead of a person.
It's you want to date the male characters, you want to fuck the female characters, and that was just the article I was reading. It was an interesting idea. I didn't know who the fuck Rainbow Mika was. I just kept seeing it on my own, who the fuck is this Rainbow Mika chick, and why does everyone talk about her ass?
I was Rainbow Mika all along.
It's just Eli. The mask is pulled off, and it's Eli.
I'm a good superhero. I'm like Shazam. I mean, not the Shazam.
You're the worst.
What's his name?
Shazam?
No. Shazam's the genie. What's the guy's name? Captain Marvel. I'm Captain
Marvel.
Yeah, okay.
Well, no, his name is now Shazam because they can't call him Captain Marvel anymore.
Oh, okay. So I was right the first time. I was
technically
right
kind of it's also Shazam also stands for something the wisdom of Solomon. I forget what oh my god, what does Shazam stand for? Let's do a weird.
It's the Google searching episode of We Could Be Wrong.
Yeah, the Google. You get to hear us tap 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 tap.
Oh,
tap 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 tap. Okay. It's the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. Shazam.
Oh, okay.
So just so it's the dumbest character name ever given.
The solidity of soft ice cream.
Is Solomon part of the Greco-Roman pantheon?
I don't know. Let me go check on
I thought
Google.
Solomon was a Jewish, from the Torah. Yeah. Solomon was also called Jedediah. Was according to the Bible, Quran, and the hidden word of the King of Israel, and
so what else do you want to talk about?
Hidden words, a King of Israel and son of David. Yeah. So why is Solomon there? Everyone's I am Hercules, strong and powerful. I am Achilles, god of war. I'm King Solomon. I'm a real guy. What is that? What does this have to do with anything?
Apologies to people who actually believe in Greek mythology. That's a religion.
Yeah, trigger warning, Greek mythology.
And now people are gonna get angry that we have a trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning is the biggest trigger warning that there is.
You triggered my warning. My brother one time got angry about the term cisgendered. He was like, "Why do we have to be called something?"
Oh god, you're stepping in a minefield of things I don't really want to talk about on the podcast, where we talk about farts and
big butts.
Yeah, and big butts. Now let's get serious. Let's pull the tragedy lever.
Everyone we know is dead.
You know the dog in Full House? He's dead.
Yeah. You know the cat from Full House? He's dead.
You know the cat from that Japanese movie? That thing's dead.
Otis and Milo?
There you go.
Yeah.
That thing's dead.
Yeah. You know Uncle Jesse? He's dead.
You know the guy from The Crow? He died on set.
You remember the movie The Crow? No one else does.
Everyone knows The Crow.
I know. I'm teasing you with you.
Everyone knows The Crow. Just 'cause this guy got shot on set. That's why everyone knows The Crow. Remember Bill Cosby? I need to find...
what do you want to talk about?
There was an article I wanted to talk about. Cop... Okay. Oh my god. I love this story, but it's not a funny story, but it is, but it's also not a funny story.
Which one do I press, the comedy button or the tragedy lever?
It's like a double fold one. Oh, god damn it. I can't just find a written transcript of what this cop said.
Is it about boobs?
Actually, yes.
I'm seeing the cop calls reporter for studio, forgets to hang up, talks about her giant boobs.
Yeah.
I have a transcript that says, unknown one, she's hot. The cop says, not hot. I mean, she's okay, but I mean... Number 2 is, and the other guy's like, giant boobs. And the other guy's like, fuck a giant dude. I mean, not a quadruple D's or anything, but at least a solid set of D's, proper double D's.
It was just the most amazing. It's like, yeah, this chick from the, fucking giant dude. I mean, not like quadruple D's or anything, but at least a solid D. Probably double.
It's somewhere in the...
it's somewhere
in the beginning of the alphabet.
It's just like halfway through. Just like, I mean, man, if they're so big that if I keep talking about them, I'll probably get fired if this is being recorded.
It's like one of the guys said, it's that UK fish and chips. UK women have big tits. It's how they're grown over there. I don't know why. And why do they have fucked up teeth? I don't know, but it happens.
I just saw that and I was just like, I feel like that's like a situation I'm going to be in someday in my life where I'm just like, no, because like seriously, I left my Skype on one day, and I was just listening to some music, and then I hear like someone like yell like, "Hey!" I'm like, "Wait, what's up?" And I pick up my headset, and it's like, "Oh shit! I've been listening to music and like laying on my bed while this person was just on Skype listening to my music, and me just sitting there."
Yeah, and I was waiting for you to record the rest of the podcast with me.
Yeah, I know, right? It would have just been better if the cop started saying, like, ironically well-placed phrases like, "Man, I'm not saying I'd punch her, but if I would, it'd be great if I wasn't being recorded right now." Like,
boy, we're in a safe zone because I'm not being recorded right now.
I would do terrible things to her body. Like, things that if this was being recorded right now, I'd be let go from the police station.
Here are my top 10 favorite ethnic slurs. Number 10. It's like we're all going to be there one of these days. All of us. Whether we want to or not. Just drifting in the wind. Waiting for our inevitable end. And
then just halfway through, you get like really like emotional, and you're just like, revenge. I've been seeking it my entire life, but soon I will find the six-fingered man. I hope this. And then like you find out that the six-fingered man was on the phone the entire time.
Like,
now he knows.
Like, excuse me?
Excuse me, why are you trying to kill me?
It's like, I'm sorry. Did you want fries with that, sir?
All right. God. I'm so sorry.
Are you still watching that tournament?
No, I'm not. I turned it off like 20 minutes ago. I'm trying.
It's like you're twitching.
I'm trying.
Like,
I really am.
I need to heart some bad, man. You know,
this has been an fucking week for me, man. You know what? We need to bring Christina in on this shit.
Yeah.
So next week, I've been talking to her about it. She's gonna join in with us next week. So, third host next week. I think we should... do you think you're good to sign off, or do you want to keep going?
Yeah, I think we said enough shit for today.
Okay. Yeah, so follow at your dreams.
And follow in your ice cream.
Follow at 1T Bret.
When you follow in your dreams and you feel something cream, diarrhea.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Good night!
Sorry, I was watching a big move in Hearthstone. You're gonna need to. You're gonna need to edit out.